Good morning. Happy Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And to dig into this day and honor this great man, we're going to hit the letter C, the third letter in our 26-week series, and we're going to talk about the word communication. Because Dr. King was a master of communication. My belief, communication is the key to any successful endeavor. And any breakdown in any endeavor is usually due to the lack of communication, whether it's with an organization or whether it's with just a couple. Now, Dr. King mastered 7 traits of communication, which I'm going to share with you today. And the first one is passion. Dr. King always spoke with passion. And my belief is passion comes from a place that when you're speaking, that you thoroughly believe in your vision or your mission or your message or whatever you're communicating, whether it be a product or a service. When you have total belief that that adds tremendous value to everyone else, you come with a state of passion. And that's an energy that people pick up on and follow that passion and gets and draws them in. So when you're speaking, are you speaking with passion to the people you're speaking to? The second trait that Dr. King mastered was his language. He always used positive, uplifting language. In any conversation, be very conscious of the language you're using. Is it lifting people up or is it bringing people down? Dr. King always took the high road in his conversations, in his language, in his communication. So when you're having a conversation, whether it's with a group or whether it's one-on-one, be very conscious of the language you're bringing to the table. The next trait was context. Dr. King always brought good context to his conversations and his speeches. He was a history buff. He always brought this message and this history with him, so you were able to follow the story and the mission and follow his dream. So when you're doing a speech or talking to a group, make sure you're bringing context to the conversation so you have a story and something they could sink their teeth into and follow your word. The next is authenticity. And Dr. King mastered authenticity. Authenticity is speaking from the heart. It's not sugarcoating things. It's not preparing a canned speech. It's coming from here, what you believe in, what you actually see and feel. That authenticity in a conversation cannot be faked. And that's an authenticity, that's an energy that people pick up on. I believe the old days selling was just having some crazy script and pounding people over the head. Nowadays selling is being authentic and letting people know what you believe about yourself, about them, your product, your service, the vision, and people buy that authenticity. So when you're having a conversation with somebody, are you truly being authentic, coming from your heart and coming true in your conversation? The next is practice. I don't care how good you are. Any great speaker practices his trade. The I have a dream speech was, a lot of it was, yes, off the cuff, but a lot of that content was practiced over and over in prior speeches that Dr. King gave. If you have an important board meeting tomorrow, or if you have an important meeting with a member of your team, rehearse that meeting over and over again with yourself. Get clear in the direction this conversation is going to go. Anticipate the feedback you're going to get. This way, when you're at that meeting or in that communication, you're on point. You know exactly where you're going. The next is when you go to communication, carry a vision. Be very clear on where you're going. Are you painting a picture? Are you telling a story? Are you getting things for people to follow so they feel empowered and enrolled so they can follow your view, follow your vision, and then master what you're looking to achieve with that communication? And the last, and this is what Dr. King really mastered, was connection. He had the ability to connect with millions of people in one speech. And I believe connection is the key to proper communication. And I also believe connection comes from being present in the moment. When you're having a conversation with somebody, be present in that moment and that conversation with that person. Connect fully. Because I guarantee you when you do that, that person will reconnect with you and they will take in whatever you're giving them, and you have the ability to take the action to fulfill whatever that dream was or whatever you were looking to accomplish with that communication. So take the time to really master these traits and these tips from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As you master these, you'll be amazed how people around you begin to step up and show up only because of the proper communication you put out there. You'll also be amazed what type of leader and communicator you have become in the process. So I want to thank you for joining me today, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. I want to wish you a productive and profitable week, and I will see you next week for the letter D. Have a great one.